Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Hi, it's time for another live Wicked Horror Show. I'm Kevin, and I'm joined by Angel.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm all right, and Tony's going to be joining us shortly.
Tony has 9 problems with his computer right now.
Yeah, he's got 9 problems. I get 9 problems as well. They're not with the computer; it's with other things.
The black, the black
death.
Yeah,
the Black Death.
Yes.
The Black Death. Do you have any problems that add up to 9?
Nah, everything's been chill, man. Just fucking chilling, hanging out.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, just got my hat on today. My Avis, we try harder.
Do you though? Do you really?
No, we don't. I don't even know I didn't know what it was when I bought it. I just like that it's like a worker hat. You know what I'm talking about?
Is Avis, isn't that like a rental company?
Yeah, that's what I found out after the fact. So yeah, I don't rent things.
Yeah.
I just sell them. So
I thought they were like a rental like truck company or car.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, Avis, sponsor this episode, and we'll send people your way at some point, right?
No, that won't happen. Right. But yeah, so yeah.
Kevin, how are you?
Yeah, I've been better.
Been better.
Yeah.
Been better. You look good though.
I look bright. Yeah.
You do. You got
I'm not like bright, but I look
like the light of positivity and goodness.
That light may change at any minute because I don't know what time this timer goes off.
What's the light for?
Turtle tank.
Hey, that's turtle power.
The dripping sound.
Let me hear it. Hold on.
Shh, everyone be quiet. Everyone in the that's watching, be quiet.
Oh, drippy. How big of a turtle? What kind of turtle?
It's a red-eared slider. It's good size though. It's I asked my wife today, and she's had it for 22 years.
Wow, I had one. I bought it. Let's reminisce about turtles. So I was 13.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking down. I forget what part of New York. So I have family that lives out there. So when I was younger, we used to frequent New York City, the boroughs. And some random guy jumped out from the sidewalk and was like,
turtles.
Yes, he was like, turtle. And he just uncovered like a bunch of paper towels that he had.
Baby turtles.
And I said, can I get a turtle? And they were like $20. And I bought a red-eared slider. I kept it in the cup the ride home, and then got a little tank. And for whatever reason, I don't know what happened to him, but he didn't grow more than like those. It was like the size of like a tennis ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because his shell was deformed up.
Oh, really?
Up like a crown.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I named him Yorkie because I got him in New York, and yeah, I used to think I could take him everywhere with me because we bought him like summertime, and I used to take him
loaded with salmonella, by the way.
Yeah, I used to take him in a little like little tank thing.
You know that's why they're illegal to buy as babies in Massachusetts?
Are they?
Yeah, because kids would put them in their mouth because they look like toys.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't do that. So like I said, I used to take them everywhere, right? And then winter started, and I I brought him with me, and I left him in the car, thinking that he'd
He'll
be all
just
right.
chill out, literally.
Yeah, we'll be back. We came back like an hour later, and his eyes were closed. His head was all the way in his body, and he was like a different shade of green all around. And my mom said, "What do you have the turtle with you?" And I said, "Yeah. Why?" And I said, "He's not moving." And then yeah, she's like, "Oh, you might have killed it, but leave it." And then I said, "No, don't turtles hibernate? I think he's hibernating. I think he slowed down his heart rates and pulled all his limbs in and shit." So I took him home, thinking, I hope I didn't kill this turtle. And then I like put him on a bunch of towels on top of the the old school like heaters,
Yeah,
radiators, and I just kept going back, and he came to like an hour and a half later. Fucking, what the fuck was that?
yeah.
And then he lived for like another 3 years, but he never grew.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he never grew. I had him maybe like 5 or 6 years, but I think he died early because he just was like fucked up, malformed. The shell was malformed.
Yeah. So Sergio's asking where Tony is. He's coming. His computer. He's having issues with his
Tony's building a new laptop as we speak.
scratch. He doesn't wear glasses, but he's wearing glasses right now, and they're like this.
Yeah.
He's just like with a soldering gun, like. Yeah.
But yeah, so turtles, huh?
Yeah.
So why do you? Are we gonna talk about what's going on, or why you got a turtle tank in your thing? Because you put it up, right?
Yeah.
In the graphic, so you're fighting.
Well, no, but I mentioned it, I think last time too. But
I don't know.
So we got my house got a bunch of black mold.
Oh yeah, you did, and you said it was like centralized to an area, and then we found out.
It's the kitchen and the laundry room. Sting. I haven't seen Sting Life is Pain, but I do have it.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I haven't checked it out yet though. But
I think he just retired too.
The wrestler Sting.
Yeah.
Or the bass player Sting.
Oh shit!
I wish he would retire as well. But I haven't watched it yet. But I do plan on it because I'm at my house now, which is littered with black mold, and I can just feel the cancer growing inside.
No. It's you got the window open. I see you ventilating.
That's because it's really hot in here. Because these lights also heat up this room. Let me tell you.
Well, you feel like a little red ear slider right now.
Well, also my wife's like, "Hey, when you're over there, grab some stuff." So I had to go into the kitchen, move some stuff around.
And now you got the black lug.
Oh, so Life is Pain saying he had to move apartments due to some mold, but I own this house. So
so they moved.
We're staying with our in-laws. Yeah.
Kevin moving now, so they can move the black mold out.
Yeah. So we moved in with my in-laws yesterday, and my in-laws are awesome. So I have zero complaints there. They're great.
Yeah.
Couldn't have asked for a bit like cooler in-laws. And,
I told you, new business venture. You stay with them, and you set up a new Airbnb at your house.
For as much as I really love my in-laws, this is my house.
Yeah.
You know, I had to like pick and choose what I brought there because it's like, all right, what am I gonna want to use in the next?
Am I gonna sleep naked still?
Nope.
Or am I gonna have to wear pants now? Like, what are we doing here?
The thing is, we're staying in the attic, and I can already tell you it's gonna be a hot summer.
Saying auto fucking.
Anyways, it's gonna be a hot summer.
I'm saying clapping and celebrating.
Yeah. But we have one air conditioner in the room that we're sleeping in, but there's no like door for that room. It just goes right into like a living room area kind of thing. And there's another one there, but there's no air conditioner in that room.
So what you need to get? A box fan, put it in that doorway out. into that little rest area, so you guys aren't just secluded to the.
Yeah, they already have one. They already have a box fan. I have a portable, like one of those portable ACs that I'm like, we can throw that in the other room, no problem.
Yeah,
because the reason why there's no AC in the other room is because her mom doesn't want an AC hanging out the window. But yeah, so black mold. It's no fun. Yeah, and it's the thing that kills me is that they did a lot of work right up front. They weren't here at all last week. Until I told them, hey, we got the check in the mail from the insurance company.
Yeah, now they're.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay, we'll be there tomorrow. And then they weren't because it was a holiday or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
shout out to holidays.
Yeah, then he's just like, okay, we'll be there on Tuesday in the morning. I'm like, okay. And I called him today. No answer. I sent him a text. Hey, I just want to know. You said you were going to look at the living room. What do you think? Are we good in the living room or no? Or
yeah. Did they do like most? Well, contractors usually collect like a good chunk of it up front, and then they move on to another job while they wait for.
Well, we got to check.
Like one job pays for the start of the next job type of deal.
We got a check in the mail for a little under 10,000 from the insurance company, and I know it's not going to be the only check we're getting because it's going to be more than that. So he said he was going to come here today and check out the living room, stuff like that. Nothing has moved. Like they weren't here at all. So I texted him and I was like, hey. How did it go today? Blah, blah, blah. What do you think about the living room? We just need to know, we need to know the next steps for us so we can get this ball rolling.
Yeah, he said
he didn't reply.
It's gonna be a lot of hurrying up and waiting for you guy. The way everything's set up through their insurance companies.
Yeah. So Life is Pain is asking what caused the mold. It's a combination of a couple things. So it's our water heater gave way somewhat. It's not leaking like gushing out, but it's
for those of you who are not versed in the setup, he does not have a basement or anything that's like
we're on a slab, so we don't have a basement. We're just on a concrete slab. All the houses in this neighborhood are on a concrete slab. There's one house with a basement. The only way that they got that basement was the house burnt to the ground. So they had to rebuild the house, and while they were at it, they added the basement. So our water heater busted out a little bit, not too bad. There was also a leak in the plumbing under the sink, and our chimney was in pretty rough shape. And I guess when it rained, water was coming through the chimney and out the furnace. So it's in 3 different spots, but it all is centralized in that area. But the thing is that the living room shares a wall with the kitchen and the laundry room. So they don't know if it's gone far enough back to where they need to rip the living room floor up. Because the living room is definitely the largest room in this house. You could easily cut the living room into 2 large rooms.
Yeah, they'll probably end up fucking gutting that shit out, man. Just getting you a whole new setup.
I would rather they didn't touch the living room, honestly. If it doesn't have black mold, I would rather they don't touch it.
Yeah.
Because it's just added time. And it's also going to add to our premium as well. Because the more you spend, the more your premium goes up.
What do you mean?
So your insurance goes up if you have a claim. You pay your deductible, which is $500.
Yeah, okay, we got that.
We've already paid that. And then depending on how much you spend or how much the actual claim is, so they
tax you on using it.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So no problem. Here's $30,000, but now you're paying an extra $100 a month for the next.
Yeah.
So they get their money back.
Right. So, we pay every month, no problem. We pay all the, never an issue. And the first time we had to use it with the oil spill,
I remember
that cost over, cost more than, Sergio, we do not have a guest. It's been a rough time of things. I've been back and forth. I didn't know if I was going to be able to I didn't know if I was going to be able to do the show from my in-laws' house, and that I'm not going to be able to. So I'm coming here to do the show tonight, as a kind of like, all right, we need to do a show. I shouldn't be in the house. So
yeah, we're just hanging out for a little bit.
Yeah, we're waiting for Tony to come in, let me begin. And
that'll be that's us soon.
But yeah, so yeah, our insurance went up when we had the oil spill, but I guess
you know what? This is real life horror stuff, man.
Oh, it totally is. This is what I tell people every time they're like, I want to buy a house. So I tell them my horror story and I tell them this is what you need to do. No reason to apologize, Sergio. This is, I tell them you need to check this off in your insurance. If you really want to buy a house, just be forewarned. It's the biggest mistake I think I've made in my life.
You think so?
You think totally. So? I've had more headaches with this place than not. Like consistent headaches.
Yeah.
I would have much rather have bought a condo.
Oh, okay. You still would have bought. It's just
I would have bought a condo
for upkeep.
Yeah. You pay condo fees that takes care of all the dirty work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm in there. I'm in there fucking elbow deep sometimes, bro. Doing everything.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
well, like you said, headaches, but it's there's respite for that. So at least you got to, you're not like in and out of a hotel room or like paying.
Well, the insurance company won't cover that.
Oh, sick mosh. I thought they would.
Nope. I called them up and they're like, oh, I was told by our contractor to contact you guys about some kind of placement. And whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no. I'm like, all right.
They're like, you have a car, sir? You're like, yes.
Honestly, I would not want to be in a hotel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
yeah. So for those who don't know, I work for a homeless shelter, but it's in a hotel.
Yeah.
Currently in a old Holiday Inn Express, which is turning into something after we're gone. But it's that's the last thing I would want to do is be in a hotel.
Into a Chuck E. Cheese.
So soon you will be out of this hole. That's the thing is we're paying for the house. We're on the mortgage. We don't own it right out. The good thing is we bought it for a low price and it's going to be valued much higher once all this work is done.
Oh yeah.
So that's a plus.
You're gonna come right into some good equity.
Well, that's the thing is we're debating getting a home equity line of credit, as opposed to a loan, like financing stuff.
Yeah, I would say just from a like, not like firsthand experience, but like what I've heard is try to see about a HELOC instead of anything else.
Yeah, plus I guess you can claim all the interest you pay on taxes. I didn't realize that. Yeah. But on the other side of things, I did get to check out a couple of movies because during the weekends and stuff, I just sit around moping and I'm just depressed about everything that's going on. So,
let me see what's on motherfucking television.
I had started watching Abigail and I kind of wasn't paying attention the first time, so I sat down and I'm like, I'm paying full attention.
How was she?
I thought it was great. I think it's great.
I haven't seen it yet.
And I also watched what is that movie with the nun?
Immaculates.
Yeah, Immaculate.
How was it?
It was pretty dang good.
How was Sydney Sweeney's?
Who?
Sydney Sweeney, the blonde chick.
No, it was great. The movie, she was really good. She was great.
Was it just I don't know. Maybe I don't ask this question, so it could be a spoiler. But is it like is it kind of deflection at face value? Is it kind of like not what they're selling the movie as? Because it's supposed like, fucking spirits and fucking.
Well, you have to see the movie. It's
I saw the previews and I was like,
what they're selling is pretty dark.
Okay.
What they're delivering is pretty dark.
All right.
So it's not just like, oh, this girl's crazy. It's like, oh no, this is going on. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. Like, is it, deceiving?
Yeah.
And then they're like, actually, it's this. But all right, so Abigail and Immaculate recommends.
Definitely.
Okay,
Definitely.
all right, I'll have to move them up on my list because I've been watching old Comic Book Men.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah, I'm on season 6 now. I killed it.
Did I ever tell you about the first time we met the Comic Book Men?
No.
So
how were they? Because they seem kind of in some episodes.
No, the only one I've never met is Walt.
Okay.
And that's the only one that I mean, at first I really wanted to meet was Walt.
Oh, okay.
So the first time we got to sit down with the Comic Book Men, it was just Mike, Ming, and Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But also during that interview, there was a friend of Brian's hanging out in the corner that was there just to hang out. This was at Walker Stalker Con, which is yeah. And that guy that was hanging out in the corner was Brian Quinn from Impractical Jokers. He was just there to hang out. So we each had X amount of time for questions. And of course, Leo decided to just expand. And like he brought something up that had nothing to do with the conversation we were all having or they were all having. And he took so much time, I had no time to ask anything.
Sick. So you just got to watch?
Yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, hey, Quinn, you're a very funny man. And he's like, thanks, man. And that was it. That's all I get to say. So yeah, Leo started talking about old racist cartoons.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then Brian from Comic Book Man was like, oh, yeah, I remember that. He's like, why are you talking about this now?
I can see it too. What the fuck? How he does that?
Yeah. And then we got to know Ming has been on the had been on the show on the Dorkening.
Yeah.
That and we got to know them from cons and stuff too. And Leo had shirts made that said "as seen on the Dorkening." And Brian always thought it would be funnier if we had T-shirts that said "as seen on RedTube."
Hell yeah!
But he would always bring that up whenever we would be there. No, he's a good dude. He's like, they're just regular dudes, you know?
Yeah.
Because you know that Brian Johnson was the person that Randall is based off of.
And he also wrote Vulgar. Yeah. If you haven't seen that, I know you have, but
oh yeah,
people listening
or watching, I had him sign it.
Yeah, go watch Vulgar.
Yeah,
let it.
I'm trying to think if I had Brian O'Halloran sign it, because we had him on the show too, Brian O'Halloran. But yeah, that's a pretty great movie.
Yeah, vulgar fucks.
Yeah. So Sergio's asking what time Tony's going to show up, and I was thinking
I don't know. Tony might call it a night tonight.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I mean, he'll show up right at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
like, Tony has my fingers.
Check out the movies behind me.
Yeah, he just shows like pops up. He's like goes like this.
So yeah, I've been watching Comic Book Man, like I said, also Chicken Nuggets, and that's
how is that?
It's getting crazier and crazier and crazier.
I tried to talk my wife into watching that.
Or she said, nah.
She's like, what? What are you talking about?
And you want to watch? You want to watch
like,
what? But no, it's getting crazy. A lot of twists and turns.
A lot of chicken, a lot of nuggets.
Basically. And I also just watched Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling and the Blunts.
Yeah,
it was very fun. Very fun movie.
My wife saw it in the theater. She loved it.
Yeah, it was a good homage to stuntmen because you know how those people never get recognized for all the hard work that they do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard work looking like the back of Ryan Gosling's head getting thrown through a fucking window. So
I added that because my wife liked it, and I figured other people would want to see it. And my friend Mike has a huge crush on him.
On who? Ryan Gosling?
Yeah. Hey, holy crap!
What,
Matt? So this dude Matt that's in the chat on Facebook.
Yeah.
He's a throwback. Holy crap, dude! What's going on?
Contreras.
Yes.
What up? What up?
Yeah, he had a thing. This is going way back. Way back.
Mm.
Yeah, this is going back a long time. Damn. How
Bring
you
it-
been, sir?
Bringing them out. Bringing them out
Yeah,
tonight.
for real.
Talking about chicken nugget.
Chicken nuggets. But yeah, it's so we're dealing with black mold. I was waiting for Tony to pop in.
Yeah. I mean, we got some other stuff we could talk about. Let's see what we got here. I had some stuff because, like, I don't know, we're with everything going on with you right now, and so I don't want to make you go to this house like twice a week. So I don't know, that strange show and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna try to see how we can.
That's a little different because I don't have to be on. I don't necessarily have to record video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like where we're staying is where her grandparents lived.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, cool. I'll look at all this old lady stuff. Ooh, it's a scary show with old lady stuff. Yeah.
But we'll figure it out, man.
Yeah.
I did have some stuff. I was like on the internet, the way I like saves things, and then I go back to them to bring up some. So I did see this. Tony just said he's about to hop on. So before Tony hops on, I want to bring this up. I haven't looked into it, but I don't know if you heard that Richard Dreyfuss is in trouble.
No.
For talking shit, and I think wearing a dress or something and being anti. Like sexist and homophobic at some show that they just did showing Jaws over the weekend.
Huh.
You guys hear about that?
He's actually done some screenings of Jaws in the area.
Yeah, it says here, theater in Beverly, Mass. is apologizing to patrons who attended a screening of Jaws over the weekend after star Richard Dreyfuss allegedly made comments many patrons considered to be sexist and homophobic. So I don't know what that means, but are we canceling Jaws now or just Richard Dreyfuss?
Just Richard Dreyfuss. You don't have to cancel. Jaws didn't say it himself.
Bruce did come out wearing a dress.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of the old like SNL.
Yeah.
Like the land shark. There's a knock at the door. They're like, "Hi, who is it?" It's like Candygram.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What?" It's like Candygram. Like I'm not expecting a Candygram. You would open the door and a Jaws would just like a shark would just eat them.
Yeah, so it says, he said he went on a rogue rant that ranged from talking about Barbra Streisand to his opinions on transgender youth and gender affirmation, as well as the Academy Awards inclusivity rules. Attendees took to social media to express their disappointment. He said he walked out of his interview tonight along with hundreds of others because of his racist, homophobic, misogynistic rant.
Yeah.
One person.
Real quick, Matt's taken off. He has to get up at 2 a.m. for work. It was awesome to see your name there, Matt. We got to catch up. So it's good to see you for a brief second. But yeah, hit me up on Facebook and we'll chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, a Jaws screening is not the place for that. No one's there to listen to his opinions on that. They want to hear about Jaws. No matter how important these people think they are, they're not nearly that important.
Yeah. So it says, what is that here? Excuse me.
I refuse.
Yeah, Richard Dreyfuss is an embarrassment to society. I walked out today because of a small-minded, bigoted view of women and choice. One commenter shared that the audience thought the event would be a light, fun evening listening to stories and anecdotes about RD's time on the vineyard making Jaws. This was disgusting. How could they Cabot?
Horrible things about that Kittner boy.
How could Cabot not have vetted his act better? Apparently, I found out too late. He has a reputation for spewing this kind of racist, homophobic, misogynistic bullcrap. First I heard of that. But see, the thing is, you know me, I'm not like all up on like I like a lot of like weird shit. If you listen to the kind of stuff I curate, I'm talking to your listeners now on that strange show. Like we don't really get too much into like all this shit like Richard Dreyfuss did on stage. We talk about a lot of weird shit, but so I wouldn't know if he was
weird shit. The weird shit that's just weird.
Like, yeah, but I wouldn't know if he was an asshole. You know what I mean? That's why, like, when people are saying like, "Oh, you surprised?" It's like, oh, I like Jaws. I like this character in Jaws.
Yeah. Hey, Tone,
What's up?
Hey,
just tap your microphone real quick.
I think it's the wrong microphone.
No,
Right.
it might be the right one. I could hear it, so I think you're good.
All right.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's my computer's been messing up the last couple of days. So
Yeah.
what do we need? What do we need? Let's get those TikTok followers to send you a
Yeah,
couple
get
dollars.
this boy a Lenovo.
Come on, man. Let's go. Come on, TikTok.
This man needs a ThinkPad. Come on, people, get him a refurbished ThinkPad from an old office building.
That's it. If
Sergio's saying, "Hey, Tony." So there you go.
what's up, Serge?
Serge was
So,
looking
Do you
for
remember? Do you remember Matt Contreras?
From the
Evil
Dorking
Media?
days.
Yeah, he was in the chat for a second.
Yeah, you said what up?
I haven't,
said, "What's
I haven't seen that name
For
in
real, right?"
a
He had
long-
to take off because he has to get up at 2 a.m. But I was like,
couple
"Dude, hit me
years,
up."
at
Yeah,
least.
for real. Yeah, it's a name from the past for sure. But
Speaking of TikTok, I don't want to say I spilled the beans, but I let everybody know
you were a
that
bean spiller. I didn't spill the
I'm-
beans on this. I was waiting for you, but I didn't know where you were, so that's why I messaged you because
okay.
Angel was like, give him a few minutes because we're getting close to the 9:30 point.
Yeah, almost. I told him lock the door.
Lock the dope. So as we discussed a little bit, with everything that's going on with the house and the fact that I shouldn't be here right now, we're going to be taking all of next month off because I really shouldn't be here. Like I have a compromised immune system as it is because of Guillain-Barré syndrome.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't be in a house with black mold, even though we just moved out yesterday. I shouldn't be frequenting it, even just one night away. And then walking back into this place, I'm like, oh my God, this place stinks. Like this so like musty smelling. It's like, oh, as soon as I walked in.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. So
yeah. But so yeah, I'm hoping that they'll do something in the next month to make it whatever. But either way, I mean, I'll be back, whatever. And Tony had a really good idea.
what was that, Tony?
Well, because we were always talking about, how we used to do it all year round. And some podcasts do take, a break. I'm sure the Strange Show and everything take a break and stuff. So we were planning on taking all of July off. We did that last year where we took a month off, kind of rejuvenate and stuff. So I was like, why don't we just do it this month instead? Do it June. So then hopefully at that point in time, we can get a little handle of what Kevin's situation is.
Yeah.
And so it's like, why don't we just take June off and then try to, hopefully in July we pick back up. But the thing I was saying is on TikTok, I went on and I told him because a couple people frequent here. I mean, Life is Pain and a couple Windy City dude and stuff. So I told him, I'm like, just give me ideas of what you would want because we could use this next month to kind of brainstorm and think of. Not that the podcast, I don't think it. I mean, I like the podcast.
I've been wanting to redo the intro for a while. I've been wanting to do it, so hopefully we'll have some time to do it. And work has been crazy, but I mean, hopefully I can have time at night.
Yeah.
So then, many a times we talk behind the scenes about getting Angel joins us a lot, which is always fun because the more voices we have on, whether it's for a open discussion or just that extra voice having a guest on, it makes it a little bit easier to.
How you doing, people?
To have no dead air because that's the one thing I think we definitely got better at. I remember on the door.
The reason why is because I don't shut up.
No, you do. You shut up. You were kind of quiet earlier when we were talking about turtles.
I like turtles. Because
I killed the turtle when I was.
Look what just happened. Look what just happened.
Wow, this is live right now, people.
Timing. I don't know if you noticed when you first came on, but I was extra bright,
glowing.
Yeah,
He
because there's
was.
a turtle tank in the office now.
Yeah.
During
Hold
all-
on. Shh.
I hear some.
You heard that
Water
drip,
That's
bro?
not David Long peeing into a water jug.
That's a reclusive red ear slider.
22-year-old at least radiated slider. That's how long my wife has had it.
Yeah, that thing is called it's old. It's the last
Yeah.
Ronin.
They only live to be like 25 to 30 years old.
Mm.
I thought turtles were long. Well, tortoises.
Tortoises.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tortoises are on land. Turtles are in the water and the land.
Yeah, welcome to
But you would
Discovery
think that,
Channel,
like,
everyone.
Tortoises could live like 100 years plus. Why wouldn't turtles live like a quarter of that?
I don't know.
But anyway,
I'll ask. You won't answer.
but
Name's
that,
Name's
So-
Lucy, by
so-
the way.
So, all right, train back on track. So Tony's saying take this time to kind of move some things around, think of some new ideas and content creation side type of deals, right?
And-
Is that what you're saying?
exactly. So on TikTok, I asked a few people, and people were bringing up, because some people know I have a podcast, some people don't. So they
Mhm.
were bringing up like, have debates, have this, have that, and I'm like, well, usually we have guests on, but when it comes down to, if we don't have a guest, there's a bunch of stuff that we were talking about that we can do, like trivia, or the one thing I remember that got me hooked onto the Dorkening was guys would have,
Contest.
a trivia question, and then you would have giveaways, which it's hard enough to get guests nowadays. So I must give it to Leo Pond, because it's hard enough to get guests nowadays, let alone have them, have something to give away. So trivia is one of the things we were talking about that we can have on those open discussion days.
No offense to Wolfie, but if we're doing trivia, he cannot pick the questions because he is too.
He's a deep
smart.
cut kind of guy.
Yeah, he's too smart at this stuff, and he's gonna ask very hard questions.
He's like, what went in Jason Friday the 13th Part 2? What were the buttons on his shirt made of?
Yeah, who was the best boy on the third day? Third day of filming.
But like trivia, trying to get people to go along with it. I mean, it might be a little bit tougher to the listeners, which will get the trivia the week after. But
this is why you should watch the live show.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean the thing too is just to throw my 2 cents in here. So like the days that you do have those kind of things, maybe you can like redact or like I guess shorten the audio part of it, so you could take out like the part that would seem like out of place, or
And just replace it with "You idiots."
Yeah.
Don't watch the show.
This is the part that you missed.
What?
You don't even get to listen to it.
You're effed. Yeah. But
No,
you
but-
feel
but-
so stupid. You probably knew the question and the answer.
Yeah.
But Sergio's asking if we want to take a break now. Yes.
Now we
We're
do.
I have to, because I can't be coming here every week.
Yeah. No, you
Even though this
cannot.
is my house and everything in this room is mine,
Yes.
including this turtle. Everything in this room is
Mhm.
mine. My projector's right there. My screen is right there. My 3D printer's right there. My Professor Farnsworth is right there.
Yeah.
you know-
The nibbler's right there.
Yeah, my Nibbler, my Bender, my Mr. Meeseeks, my Mr. Bungle album. It's all right here. But I have to
So-
leave it.
So we were saying maybe after a month, things will be a little bit different. But the thing is too, like, it'll give me time to, at least book out. Now, for not only the podcast sake, but for your sake as well. Hopefully by July you have a better answer on what's going on, and
Hopefully.
yeah. So it's one of those deals too. It'll make it a little bit easier for me to, kind of get in contact and I got a few things rolling before we decided to.
Yeah,
so
there's a
that's
few things
at
that
least a
were
good
going to
thing.
come our way that would have been really cool, but I really, for safety's sake, it's something that I wouldn't be able to promise. Like
Which-
the Dane John thing, and
Destiny again.
Yeah, Destiny Orndorff and the
Christian
guys
Clay.
from Tristan Clay. What was their first movie?
Red Eye.
Yeah, Red Eye.
Jessica Cameron and
Yeah.
um,
Have you ever seen Red Eye?
No.
No. It was really good. It was their first movie. Huge horror fans, like just huge horror fans that decided to make a movie, and
what were they, 16 when they made it?
Yeah, they were kids, and it did very well.
It's usually what happens when you just fucking go all in.
Yeah.
They're like, I think we're onto something.
Yeah. So Sergio's asking how long we've been doing the Wicked Horror Show. So Wicked Horror Show originally was part of the Dorkening show. So the Tuesday night show was the Wicked Horror Show, and that was with Leo and everything. It switched from the Dorkening to Wicked Horror Show a while back. I don't even remember how long ago now.
At least 5.
Pre-COVID at least.
Yeah, pre-COVID. Yeah. And then Leo and I were just bumping heads on stuff, like not like I'm gonna murder you to death, like nothing like that.
Next time I see you, boy.
Like, all right, you want to do this with it? I want to do this with it. Why don't you use the Dorkening and just do the Dorkening stuff? And I will take the Wicked Horror Show thing because I'm more focused on horror. Because we had Wicked Horror shows that made no sense because they didn't have horror guests. We had a Wicked Horror Show one time that had a movie about tap dancing.
Hell yeah, bro.
Just because the guy was available. It's like, how is this horror?
WB.
I was sitting there terrified. I'm like, why am I watching this movie? I'm terrified. But it's but yeah, there was a lot of things like we just bumped heads a little bit on, and he's my cousin. I love him to death. I don't want to be upset with him. So I'm like, but
if you had to wrap him one right in the mouth,
for our sake as family, like let's not be mad at each other. Let's just take away that thing that's making us irritated with each other and keep doing what we're doing.
Hats off to you both.
Yeah, and that way, when I see you in public or at con or whatever, we can still we're still cousins. We're still friends. You can reach out to me. I can reach out to you whenever, and I still do. You know, his mom was his mom had a medical thing recently, and he reached right out to me, let me know, and you know, I let my parents know, and he let me know when she was in recovery and all this other stuff. So yeah, we're still family. So that's the only reason that we split things up. But it's been a while. I remember we were doing like, and it's funny when we originally decided to call the Tuesday show Wicked Horror Show, we had a lot of other podcasts that came to us saying like that was a great idea. Like podcasts that were doing very well, like Blood Bath and Beyond.
Yeah, Jay from Blood Bath and Beyond came on a few times with us.
Yeah, and we were at a convention. Leo and I were at a convention in New York, and 2 of the guys from Blood Bath and Beyond showed up just to see us. And they're like, oh, we're close enough. We're in Canada, but we're close enough to the border where we just decided we'd hop over and see you guys. I'm like, what? Like, you guys have no reason to want to come see us. Like, whatever. It was weird to me. They're like, no, you guys put so much work into things. Like, you guys deserve so much more, but we support you guys. So that's why we're.
And they put it. I remember when they were really doing their swing of things, when they were getting some real big traction. They did like a top 10 podcast to watch out for, and they actually put us on there.
Yep.
And it's like, you know, you can only do so much by shouting people out, but just them doing that,
it's,
you know,
totally appreciate. Yeah.
And that's where, you know, I guess coming and doing my thing on Instagram, I understood where, you know, it took me a while to be like, oh, I'm just putting a picture up.
I mean, it means a lot. It means a lot to people just to be mentioned, honestly. You know,
that's right.
I invited Steve on tonight because he's always a good time. But he's got diarrhea.
Wow. We're just putting up all your business.
Yeah. Sorry, Steve. He's like, I'm going to try to take. I'm like, you got a bucket.
You shit.
He's like, I don't think you want to hear that on your show. And I was going to tell him that David Long peed into a jug when he was on the show. But I didn't get a chance. He's just like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to set this one out.
I got it.
Like, you took a, I'm like, you totally could have used a different word instead of sit.
Yeah. Like, I'm not doing this today. I'm going to shit
my
pants.
No, I could shit this one out, you know?
Yeah.
There you go. But, yeah. Boom, boom.
But
yeah,
also,
no,
like,
I mean, that's why I like coming on here, man, because you guys are cool dudes. You've been doing the damn thing, and
Wow.
it's always fun.
Yeah,
So,
you're always welcome. Obviously.
yeah, I might as well be. I'm moving in with Tony next week, Tom.
No, I mean, if you ever want to be, you're always like a guest third mic. But if you ever want to be a constant third mic, it's you got it. Even if you can't be every week, you can be this. It could be exactly the same thing you're doing right now. You can just say that you're part of the show. Yeah.
It was one thing where one of my buddies, I talked to one of my buddies, he said he wanted to do it. The other thing I was thinking about is having a female on there for like a female perspective.
I get it, Tony. You want the eye candy.
Yeah.
I got that yellow neck going on. You don't, I'm not the eye candy anymore. I get it.
Listen, we're not, we might be entertaining, but we aren't anything that eye candy is. So bring it
yourself. Angel's a looker. He's got a bigger beard.
Listen, bro, you don't see this hair I coiffed just for this fucking live stream, bro.
What about mine?
You speak for your damn self, man. I'm pretty.
But
then the man rock a cane like Angel does. It's like the pimp on I'm gonna get you, sucker, walking down the street with his fish tank.
Yo, you see the pinky ring, motherfucker?
Yeah.
I'll backhand you. But what I told him is just, give ideas. So like I said, we do have we'll have a month, hopefully a month.
You should throw some polls up, see what wins, see what doesn't.
People loses.
Yeah, and
ties.
See what you got for some available guests, and I mean, if you need some help with intro or anything, Kevin, let me know.
Okay.
And figure something out.
So Sergio, he says this a lot. So I just want to thank you, Sergio. But he always says, keep this show number one, and I like you guys. We appreciate that, Sergio. We know I give you crap every once in a while, but it's always in a joking manner. Whether or not you take it as joking is another story. But yeah. So
Kevin has told me that he loves you. So
yeah. No, I definitely appreciate that you're here. We'll never, if you're not here, I'm like, oh, it was weird. Sergio wasn't here tonight. Like if you're not here, you're missed. So feel good about that, please. All right, thanks.
Yeah. So June taking June off. Tony's gonna get some stuff together, brainstorm some ideas. It's good. And then, like you said, you'll know more about the house situation and where you're at with that.
Yeah, hopefully.
And yeah, so.
But either way, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out for July, whether or not I'm going to be drenched in sweat. I'm going to be the pilot in airplane.
Oh yeah, just fucking striker.
Who knows? Maybe come July, Wolfie will come back for a little bit.
Yeah, he was in the chat for like a second. He was in the chat for a second. I don't know if he's still here.
What's he been up to, man? Barefoot in Seattle? What's going on?
I don't know. He's in our group thing. He's there. He sees all the things. I don't know why he doesn't show up.
I see him lurking.
If you're still listening, I don't know why you're not coming on. It's not like we don't want you.
Yeah, come back, bro.
Same thing with Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo is in the chat too. I don't know why he doesn't come on. I mean, I'm sure he's got reasons. He's probably very busy, but yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Tony, let's get the gang back together. Let's bring back Yo-Yo, Wolfie. And I mean, we had, like you said, I've never met the dude. I've never seen the name before tonight. Matt Contreras. I mean,
he works crazy hours, and he's out. I think he's out in Texas too. So like the time difference is different.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, we had a bunch of people too. I mean, we would have every once in
people.
Yeah, it was who were they from Hawaii?
Oh yeah. Tony Midnight.
Tony Midnight. He would.
And the other dude, who's the other dude?
I like that name.
Oh my god, yeah. No, they had their own show,
radio show. They had
radio
a
show
bunch
in
of-
Hawaii, and then we would they would be psyched that we would talk about them and stuff like that.
That's
It was
cool.
crazy. And but yeah, no, they were good people. I don't think they do the radio show anymore. Killer Cal or something like that.
I think so.
Something like that. Yeah, two good dudes in Hawaii that were like big fans of the show, and they would come on every once in a while. Yeah, they were good people.
JB, right?
Yeah. Okay, KB. Yeah.
Okay.
Legends painting. So you have to pay them in general. Then when they give you money, you have to pay them on top. Jesus, I'm sorry to hear. He's talking about the insurance companies in America. Yes, we do.
Yep.
Just so you know, in America, you get your money is taxed like 5 times over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Paying
it's like,
taxes
oh,
on
no,
taxes.
not just
It also
once.
depends on the state. So we have to pay an excise tax on your car, right? So that's basically excise tax is to cover any damages
Road
to
work.
the road and stuff like that, which by the way, it doesn't fix anything.
Nope.
But here's
New
the
Jersey
thing.
is a
If you live
pothole.
if you live in Connecticut, you don't only have to pay it once, you have to pay it twice a year.
Double
And their
dip.
roads suck too. Yeah.
Double dipped.
Yep.
Hey,
yeah,
I mean,
roads
well,
are
this is
absolutely
this.
horrible.
This is why you get stories like Tennessee adults and children, they were brawling during a chaotic kindergarten ceremony. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
Yeah, I guess they were fist fighting. Kids and adults. You know, if you ain't throwing
Well,
bows during the moving up ceremony, are you really moving up?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
Perfectly said. Land of the free and the opportunity, not free money and no opportunities. LOL.
Right.
No, I don't disagree with you.
well,
Actually, there's one thing that's going on in Mass now. I guess if you're over a certain age, you can go back to college for free.
wait, how old you got to be, man? Because I'm ready.
35.
35?
35 and over. Yep.
What kind of is it? Bullshit certificate stuff? Like here's
You
a
can do
napkin.
that. You can do that, but you can also, if you're willing to take your other classes like English and crap like that. That's the thing is I ain't doing that because I'm going to fail miserably.
I
But
mean,
you
I
can,
always
you can
think
go for like criminal justice. You can go for all this other stuff. Yeah.
hey, partner.
Well, I reckon. Yeah.
Where were you on the night? Where were you on the night on November 19th?
But then again, too, one of the nicknames for Massachusetts is Taxachusetts. So
Yeah.
because we do have
You want to move to New Hampshire? It's what do they say? Live
live free
or
or
die.
die. That's their motto. Live free or die.
Yeah.
But they also their roads are horrible, and they have next to no like lights on the side of the road.
Yeah,
So nighttime-
terrible
At
infrastructure.
nighttime, you can't see anything.
Yeah.
That's how my wife got like screws in the bottom of her tire. Driving through New Hampshire. She was riding on the flat all the way back from New Hampshire. We didn't even realize it. And it's because we're in New Hampshire and some screws or something fell out of someone's truck. And next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire.
Yeah. Speaking of
new tires.
Speaking of billionaires, you hear Jeff Bezos is building that forever clock?
No, what are you talking about?
He spent $42 million to build a massive clock that will outlast humanity. It's supposed to tick just once a year for the next 10,000 years.
I was going to say it's going to tick once a year for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
And outlive humanity. Yeah.
The concept was originally proposed by computer scientist and inventor Donnie Hillis in 1995. So Danny envisioned a clock that would tick only once a year with a special hand that moves every 100 years and a bell that rings once every 1,000 years. His goal was to create.
How loud is that bell?
He said his goal was to create a timekeeping device that would continue to function for 10,000 years. After years of planning and designing, the final design is now complete, and parts of the clock are being manufactured. The clock is being constructed in the Sierra Diablo Mountains in West Texas on land owned by Jeff Bezos. It is designed to last for millennia and will operate using the Earth's natural temperature changes. And the clock will feature 5 large rooms, each commemorating significant anniversaries. The first year, the 10th year, the 100th year, the 1000th year, and then the 10,000th year. There's no specific completion date for the clock's construction. Its
Because
location,
we'll all be dead before that.
yeah. Its location is remote, requiring a long hike to reach, which is intended to inspire deep reflection and contemplation. And then, yeah, so that's like super villain type shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
How much did that clock cost? $42 million.
Yeah, but you know what?
Well, that's
2
the
day
thing.
two day shipping, dog.
That's true. I do pay for Prime. Me and my wife watched. There's a new game show on Prime hosted by Patton Oswalt, and we just watched an episode today, and we felt so stupid. It's it's like 1%, whatever, and it's like it starts at like there's 100 people, and it basically they're asking you questions that people this many percentage of people got it right, and it starts like a pretty high percentage, and it goes all the way to like 1% of the people asked got this question right. And like, so they have to whittle it down to all these people.
Yeah,
it was pretty good, but yeah, we were not very good at a good portion of the questions. But then like another one that was like 16% of the people got this right. We were like, this is wicked easy. But one that was like 80% were like, I have no idea. Like, it was weird.
I don't know. A lollipop.
My father-in-law walked in. He's like, hey, I know that guy, and like he doesn't know. Like he watches certain TV.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was trying to think of how he would know him. I'm like, Burn Notice. He's like, that's right. He was in 3 episodes of Burn Notice because he loves Burn Notice.
Burn Notice is a great show.
Yeah. I told my wife, I'm like, you should really give Burn Notice a shot because I think you would love it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
I bought the whole season, the whole series for $15 off of Whatnot. So
really,
yeah, it's a nice big box set.
Yeah.
So one day I'll sit down and watch. But I don't think so. I think it's just a TV.
Oh
it's like this big pullout. I should check it. But
it's a really good show.
Sorry, hold on.
Judy Garland stars as.
What about Judy Garland? Oh, is that the one where she's doing blackface?
Yeah.
The year before Wizard of Oz came out.
That's
the year before Wizard of Oz. That's what got her the role in Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at here. It says 1939. So yeah, musicals. Everybody sings.
Yeah.
She was 15 at the time.
Yep.
Interesting.
It was a different time because you had to think Wizard of Oz came out in 39.
Yeah.
Same year my dad was born.
Someone in the comments said she could get away with that because of what the Oompa Loompas did to her. I don't know what that means.
It's a different movie.
I don't know what that means.
Well, obviously, we have no idea what they're talking about.
We're not canceling Judy Garland, goddammit. I'll tell you that.
We can't. She's dead. Plus, wasn't she like horribly abused? Like
I think that's what they were talking about, the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah, but the Oompa Loompas, that's a movie that came out way later.
Maybe they meant the Munchkins.
Yeah. The Oompa Loompas from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That's starring Gene Wilder. Oh, I think Gene Wilder never did blackface, did he? He was in Blazing Saddles.
He was in Blazing Saddles, but
Young Frankenstein, but he didn't do blackface in that. It was just black and white.
Someone was saying let a black girl play Dorothy and everyone's heads would explode.
Oh my God. No crapping you.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. When there was like the Little Mermaid and she was black, people were like, "This is blasphemy." I'm like,
dude, did you see?
None of it's real. Shut up. Like,
what's the dude's name? Shane Gillis's joke on that, where he said like you get to a certain age where you start like becoming a Republican, and and he was like, fucking. Whatever he did, he said, and mermaids are white. They're white.
Have you seen his new show?
No, I was gonna watch it today.
I watched it all in one sitting.
It was good.
If you're a fan of Shane Gillis's comedy, and if you watched,
yeah,
if you've watched his stuff that was on YouTube,
dude, hilarious.
He's got a show called Tires.
Yeah,
that's on Netflix.
I think I hadn't heard. was scrolling through and I saw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's pretty
By
funny.
the way, I
This-
watched the full thing of Baby Reindeer, and that was a weird show.
Oh yeah, I've
Oh,
heard good things about it though. I heard like, there's one
I'm,
episode that people can't get through.
bro,
The
that
fourth one.
episode,
Yeah.
that episode, we won't spoil it, but I was like,
It went an
This-
opposite way that I thought it was going to.
100%. That was one thing I thought it was going to be involving the other person, but
Yes.
I was like, I can't believe that this happened and that they're portraying this again as part of the story. Like, and it was very realistic.
Yep.
He's the real guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
that's crazy. He's the guy that it happened to, and the girl that is the girl, like the person that the female character is based off of,
Yeah, the
like,
real Martha.
Completely outed herself.
She did. She went on like live and then like was like talking
That's not how
shit.
it went. That's not how it happened.
Yeah, she was talking shit. She's like, well, she doesn't sound Scottish at all. She said, but yeah,
But yeah, I
Baby
watched that.
Rain-
I watched that in one sitting because
Really?
the episodes are what, like 35 to 40 minutes
Yeah,
long.
yeah, yeah.
It's not like it's not like it's a full hour.
The biggest news about episodic television on Netflix.
Mm.
I finally watched the 3rd season of Is It Cake? Let me tell you, it was cake. Yep.
It was.
Everything was cake.
Yeah,
Everything
I
was
think
cake.
in the last episode, I think it was the guy from Night at the Roxbury. What is his name? Not Will
Chris
Ferrell.
Kattan.
Chris
Chris
Kattan.
Kattan.
I think he made a joke because it was all SNL alumni. It was either him or another dude from
Yeah.
used to be on SNL. Where he's like, I just need to know what's cake. I've been walking around my house, biting couches, trying to figure out what's cake.
I saw something where it was like a late night talk show,
Mhm.
and one of the guests like sat on a couch
It was
and
cake.
she like sank in a little bit, and she's like, "Is this fucking couch a cake?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "It is." And she like ripped a piece off of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay."
No, the show is actually pretty enjoyable.
Yeah,
It was
I do like Is a Cake.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Mikey Day.
Yeah,
host.
Mikey Day, who played Beavis in the Beavis and Butthead
Oh, dude, that skit was fucking
on SNL. Did you see
hilarious.
that, Tony? I know you don't really watch SNL, but it was what's his face,
Oh my god, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan
man,
Gosling and Mikey Day.
as
they
Beavis
were-
and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead, but they were wearing the outfits, had the makeup, prosthetics, and everything, and they acted like they were like, I do not know this man. Like,
yeah.
I've heard of the show. I've been told I look like a celebrity, but I don't know.
I've
who
heard I look like someone called Butthead,
this, I don't know. Who
but
this
I
is.
don't know who that is.
And then
I don't know why you guys are
by the
looking
end
at
of the
me.
episode, I'm sorry, can you move him out of my eyesight? It's just too distracting. And then replace him with Butthead.
Yeah.
And then Butthead's like, you put whatever. And then they moved them together. It's like, now they're together. And they were sitting there and they're like giggling and stuff like that, like on the show. It's like, they even do the laugh. And then for the premiere of Fall Guy, they went together dressed up like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. It's worth a watch. You just Google it.
I'm sure I can find it.
Oh yeah.
Quick question. Beetlejuice. You guys watched the trailer?
I haven't.
Yeah,
Yes.
no. Okay. What'd you think, Tony? Are you strapped in?
I'm, it has enough where it's like the only thing that kind of was a little off-putting for me was that like other world. I was like,
What do you mean the other world? The upside down?
with the sandworms.
Yeah, it was a little bit too much CGI for my taste, but
Yeah, that was like, hopefully they can fix that before.
yeah,
then.
because
But everything else looks,
Yeah, I hope that they explain Michael Keaton's. Oh, there you go. Life is Fair. I'm so hyped for Beetlejuice because I had a conversation with my oldest and it was like, "How are we going to explain that he aged a little bit?"
A little bit.
Yeah, how we gonna? And I said,
They're
"Well,
gonna say he has
well,"
a bucket for a head now.
and I said, at the end where they're like, and he's like, "Wow,
Yeah.
he shrunk his head, right? So they blew it up,
Too much.
cartoon style, and then like it blew up too much, and then that's how it rests, stretched out a little bit. Now he looks like an old man. That's how I would do it.
Mm.
You know,
It's smart.
kind of like in the cartoons.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched the trailer. I don't know what I'm waiting for, but
Internet, some stability, some
no
not black
mold.
mold in your
Yeah.
house.
I have these like hallucinations that I have those worms in my house, so I don't want to see them.
The contractor doing his fucking job. Fucking, that's what we're waiting
That'd be
for.
nice. Oh, before you were able to jump on, Tony, I sat down and watched from beginning to end.
Chicken nugget.
No, what is it? I'm forgetting it. It's the black mold brain. What is it? What is that movie?
Abigail
Abigail.
and he also watched Immaculates.
Yeah, I watched them both. And
Immaculate, I've heard things about, so I'm reluctant to watch. But
Really?
I loved Abigail. Yeah,
good or like what? Like how? Like bad?
Yeah,
the ending about a young child.
Okay,
So
still worth a watch.
All right.
Yeah, I still think it's worth a watch. Don't discuss it because other people may have not seen it.
Okay.
I don't want to ruin it for anyone.
It's
this. All right, I was going to tell you what it was.
But Abigail, I loved.
Yeah, it was great.
Right.
Some people were shitting on it, and I'm like, "What
It's a
movie
good
are you
time.
watching?"
No, it's a good time.
I'm like, "What are you watching?"
They don't take it too seriously. It's like fun at times, and
that young girl was a really good actress too.
Yes,
like she
was
killed
awesome.
it.
You know who she
killed it
reminded
as
me
a-
of? I don't know if you've ever watched it, Tony. I know Wolfie would know this. Chaos Mantis, aka or Mantis. Chaos
Chaos Mayonnaise.
Chaos Mayonnaise.
Chaos Mayonnaise.
may know this, but you know the on YouTube Film Riot.
Yeah.
You know how the dude who hosts it has a younger sister?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay. Well, they did a lot of stuff with her when she was very young.
Okay.
And she reminds me so much of the younger sister when she was really young. Like she was in a bunch of the sketches and like the little shorts they would do. Obviously she doesn't look like her now because she's older, but when she was younger on Film Riot, she reminds me so much of her, like just the look of her. But yeah, no, she was awesome. That girl, it's just like she's going to be everywhere at some point.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like Millie Bobby Brown. I was just like, she can act.
Because the thing is, like she went from Matilda to this, where she's like swearing up a storm,
different.
like blood everywhere. Like it was nuts. I was like, oh, this girl's a really good actress.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check it out.
I recommend Abigail.
Yeah. I do as well.
Also, I don't know if we're wrapping up.
Two different kinds of like feel of movie, and I wanted to do two different feels because one of them is very actiony. Abigail's got a lot of action to it, and the other one is just dramatic and like brutal, you know. So, but it's a good watch. Immaculate, I think.
Immaculate.
I
want to give another little highlight here to our buddy Justin from Rusted Lantern Pictures. They just dropped a couple days ago the trailer to Sanguinary. Remember we watched it at Monster Expo at the Happenstance. So that was like the only showing that they had in the area. So, and they haven't showed it anywhere else. So they just have the trailer drop. So go to their Instagram page, Rusted Lantern Pictures. So you can check it out. So it says they've been acquired by Ruthless Pictures and preparing for both streaming and Blu-ray release as part of a horror anthology series. Sanguinary finally gets to be born into the world. So he's just asking for a little support because it's independent. If you could please help me get this out there by liking, commenting, and sharing it, would be greatly appreciated. Cast and crew worked hard to bring this to life, and I'd love to see their work shared with the masses. So I was talking to him earlier. I'm going to try to schedule something with him either here months from now or sooner on that Strange show.
Yeah.
So we can talk to him about it because he's moved since we last talked to him. He's out, I forget where, but he used to be local. I think more closer to your area, Kevin.
Okay.
And but yeah, we got some Ethan Rogers is in it. We've seen him in Stray and some other. They've done stuff with the I forget their name, Blackfoot Pictures or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so go check that out. It was awesome. Remember it?
Yeah. There was definitely some standouts from that for sure.
Yeah.
And
Writer's Block too, man. Justin Schloss, cool dude. Yeah, go check that out.
That's one that I really wish that we had access to see it whenever we wanted, because I really want Tony to see it.
Yeah.
Hey,
maybe I'll hit him up and see what we can figure out.
Yeah, because there's people on Instagram that like, oh, recommend a short for me, and I'm like,
so many good
check
ones.
this out, and I'm like, I don't know how you're gonna see it, but check it out if you can, like, but yeah, it was just really cool.
Yeah, when they dropped out, I was like, this movie's like, I shared it a little bit. And then I commented, I was like, not even a fire alarm could keep us away from this fucking your movie.
Whatchamacallit, and I know we have to wrap up because I actually have to get back to my in-laws because they go to bed very early. But they all have jobs that are very early in the morning.
You don't want to sneak around.
We're right. Well, that's the thing is I get up for work at 7 a.m, and everyone will already be gone by then. So yeah, that's early. Whatchamacallit? Steve, what's the name of his podcast now?
Dead Dad's Podcast Club Scene.
No, is it Dead Dad's Club?
Yeah.
Okay. So the guy that has diarrhea. His podcast, Dead Dad's Club. Go check it out. It's a good time. Plus, he's got diarrhea. So you can go comment on all the episodes. How's the diarrhea?
How's the diarrhea?
Yeah. So are you still crowning? Ask him that.
Well, diarrhea. I mean, I don't think you.
Well, at some point you're pushing so hard, your intestines are coming out.
Oh my god! I think
got the old prolapse. That's how you know when you're empty. It's hitting the water, But anyways, on that note,
until July.
Yeah,
I'll leave you on that.
Don't forget.
See you guys. See you guys.
When you first come back on that first episode in July, just type in prolapse in the comments.
Yeah. Prolapse.
Get yourself a special surprise, and that's going to be a knitted sweater featuring the image of Tub Girl.
Yeah. Oh my god!
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to get
that's a throwback.
Yeah,
that's a throwback. That's from the early internet days, the Wild Wild West. What am I clicking on?
Is that again?
I saw someone before we wrap it up. I saw someone do another throwback, and I don't know if I sent it to you, but someone was like, "When I'm feeling sad, there's only one thing that'll help me come back."
I think I saw it, and then you just saw like a leg in a jar, right?
Just 2 legs in a jar.
Yep.
But it was recreated. It was recreated. Yeah. And I was like,
there's only one thing, and then you see a leg, and then there's a jar on the floor, and then you see his other leg. It's
Yeah,
so it was one man, one jar.
It was both funny and
disturbing
at the same time.
I think you're gonna say go check out meatspin.com.
Oh no, Meatspin.
No. Or what was there's another one. There's a website that Bill used to send to people all the time. Lemon Party. Lemon Party. Where you just go there and there's just old dudes making out.
Sucking each other off.
Anyways, who just send that to people? Check out this new website. Like, what is your
problem? Lemon Party.
Oh, yeah. There's a new website I'm working on.
Yeah, so we'll be back in June.
July.
Yeah, get those images burned into your brains for when we come back. But Angel, where can people go to follow you?
Hit up That Strange Show. We have a new episode that's been streaming. We should probably record something at some point again. Maybe, we'll figure it out. But we have an episode, I think, over 200 and some episodes up there. So go check that out if it's your first time hearing about it. You can follow me at Chaos Manus on Instagram. I've been posting some cool stuff. I've been working on little shorts here and there, and it's building up my catalog and gear so we can get some shit going soon. But and I hear sometimes when I roll in, not even wearing pants tonight, but you didn't need to know that, and I just let you know. And I ruined the magic.
You're Winnie the Pooh in it? You Donald Duck in it?
Yes, I am. All the way out. But yeah.
Prove it. No, don't prove it.
No,
We'll have the internet.
You don't want to get monetized.
We're gonna get monetized. This is too, you gotta give them money.
All right, Tony.
Go first.
Okay. For myself, you could find me on Instagram. Besides doing this show with Tony and the very often Angel, I'm also part of that strange show and the Re-Education of Nancy Ann Ritter. We haven't recorded an episode in a while, but I've been going through some stuff, and I'm gonna hopefully Tony's ready to take it. Tony, stop scratching at your eyes and give your plugs.
Yeah, you can check me out at Tony at 9 Figures and on YouTube for do movie reviews, anything movie related, unboxing, stuff like that. Follow me on YouTube. Check me out on X, which I hardly ever use. Tony has 9 Figures. Tony has 9 Figures on TikTok, which is my biggest social media. So follow me there. And Tony's Movies on Instagram, where I show off the movies behind me. And of course, here in a month, hopefully, on the Wicked Horror Show, where you might see some new stuff, you might see some old stuff, you might see some awesome guests, some older guests, a little bit of everything. We're going to look to somewhat, reboot, revamp, whatever have you. Give us your ideas.
I want it to be a thing that when you go to cons, when people see you, they're just gonna walk up to you like this, like, "Hey, Tony has 9 fingers over here now."
And that's the one thing. Like, this is why you gotta watch us, because you have no idea what we're doing or how I do it, or if I just looks like weight.
It looks like there may be 2 men standing behind Tony that he's servicing.
Bobby
at the same time.
Bobby Lee style.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, try to reach out to us on on my, anyone's social media. Let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from anybody that listens or watches us, what you think you might want to see in a podcast. Kind of like give us some ideas, because now we're going to have like a month to figure it out. We did take a month off last year, which I think we're going to do.
We just squandered that.
So we didn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
So I think this year, we, like I said, we'll either book guests or find something new or get a new co-host, or who knows. But just give us ideas. The input is always good.
We should all shave our beards.
No. You don't want me with a shaven beard. I already have the old. You don't want that, because it's going to go all the way up. I don't have much of a chin. I don't got much of a chin.
It'd be like Men in Black.
Yeah.
A bald chin.
I'm gonna go see how hardly I can bite the concrete and see if I can scrape up some of this black mold in my teeth.
Yeah.
Where I hit the home. Hit the home.
Hit the home stretch.
Yeah.
But we appreciate it. And for you guys, like I said, we appreciate everybody that listens or watches. Stick with us. And here's to July. And,
yes. We'll see you then.
Have a good month.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.